Hi, everyone.
Hi, Carletta.
I'm not sure if I'm qualified. I don't have a blazer on today, but I'll work on that for next time.
That's okay.
Borrow somebody's maybe. So we just wanted to give you guys a little update on what HCN has been up to. So we will jump right in since we are a little behind today. So our goal with the transitional model, you guys might have heard this term before in one of the other talks that we did, but our goal is to provide safe care and match up those really critical patients or those high-tech patients with our highly skilled nurses to take care of the kids that need that equipment that we're putting out there. We have had an excellent adoption of our transitional model, and kind of some anecdotal evidence, I guess, that we have seen is we have 2 families that have gone off service with us. Excuse me, let me back up. 1 patient that went off service with us and in a good state and on a positive note, and they requested our service again. And then the second one was a patient that we recently brought home that has actually requested family hours. If you're in HCN world, you know that doesn't happen very often. It's really scary for families to go home with equipment and a medically fragile child. And so for our family, that just goes to show all of the great training that you all have done, clinical people, to really up their confidence and make them feel like they can do it themselves. Since we implemented the model in February, a lot has happened. So 8 months. So where are we at today? So number of patients currently on HCN service is 29. Okay, we have a different slideshow, so bear with me here. The number of patients we have successfully transitioned off. So like I was talking about, those are those patients that could go to PCA care, or their level of care really has gotten to the point where skilled nursing is not needed necessarily in the home. And what that does is it frees up those nurses to get those patients out of the hospital. So the number of patients we've been able to bring home since February, my team has done a phenomenal job getting those patients on. We've brought home 5, which is really, really great. And I'm not just talking about office, I'm talking about all the nurses out there, the trainers. Everybody's been working really hard to get those patients out of the hospital. So the number of nurses we have right now is 135. I would love to see it be 235, so if you know any nurses, send them over. We had an increase in length of service, and since October of 2015, it's gone up 32.5%, which is amazing. So as you saw, our focus is really going to be on retention and recruitment also, but really working on some creative solutions on retaining our nurses. So the number of patients, Joe already told you, we're going to try to have 6 patients come on with us in the next fiscal year. Where we get that is we have our schedulers do schedules every 2 months. And so it just works better if we have a patient come on kind of correlating with a new schedule. So that's where we came up with 6. That may change kind of depending on our patient population. And here's the cool slides Dana put together for me, so some more visuals. Oh, thank you, Judy. 1 minute, okay. So we also have a really cool stat that we wanted to share with you guys. We can't make sure that we staff all shifts in the home. Obviously, we have sick calls, we have things happen, but our missed shift rate is at 4-something%, I believe, which is the second lowest that we've had in the last fiscal year. So kudos to our scheduling coordinators and kudos to our field nurses, because we do a lot of shifting around. If patients go into the hospital, we move them around, we move days around, we move nights around, we move weekends. So just think about your schedule and mix it up, put it in a hat, and then pick out a piece of paper when you might be working. It kind of sometimes tends to be.
So a 96% success rate in staffing our
all the shifts. Yes.
So that's fantastic.
Yes.
Woo.
We have the wrong slide here, but I'll kind of, we thought you guys might want to know. You might hear some terms like trainer 1, tier 1 trainer, tier 2 trainer. You might want to know kind of what that means. So just real quick here, Becca is our supervisor of our trainers. The Tier 1 trainers are the trainers who are very specific to the homes. So they are experts at maybe 3-4 different homes. They can come in and train our new nurses to the very specifics of that patient. The it's a tongue twister, try it. The Tier 2 trainers are what used to be preceptors. We've kind of rebranded the role. So those are the nurses that bring our patients home from the hospital. They're the ones that go to the hospital for training. They are the ones that train our new field nurses to feel comfortable with the new patients. So they are working really hard to get everything organized in the home and just get everything settled so that the field nurses can move in. And then we have our case managers, our office triage nurse, Nicole. I'm sure many of you have worked with her. Our supervisor of our scheduling coordinators, Michelle. Our 5 coordinators now, and our on-call Steph coordinator. That was a lot. I don't think I missed anyone. Judy's at the top. Sarah's my admin. Any questions? That's what we do without a PowerPoint. Okay, thank you guys.